Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for October for Libra season Sagittarius. I hope that you guys are doing well. As you guys know, we're going to be taking a look at the general energy that you can expect for Libra season for October. Then we are going to go through and talk about the cards in terms of love and then in terms of the career and manifestation as well. In the days, the weeks, more accurately, leading up to doing your reading, any channeled songs that came through when I was thinking about you guys, you'll find those songs in the description box below, and there will be no extended reading for Libra season, and personal readings are not being offered at this time either. But let's get into your energy. All right, let's take a look at your cards. There's a lot of people in the reading, Sagittarius. There's a lot of people here. You guys could be getting quite a bit of attention in Libra season. All right, let's go ahead and talk about your cards here. Now, overall energy, we have the Virgo card. We have the Hermit. I feel that there's something that you guys are kind of fed up with. And I don't know, it's like I feel like you guys just need answers. Like you guys have some really important questions that you need to have answered. And it looks like the answers to these questions are what will inform the way that you move forward. But I feel like you are taking control of the situation here. I feel like you're making a power play, some kind of power move to end something that has been a struggle, to end something that has been a source of stress for you and an energy sap. In the situation here, we have the Emperor, and crossing it is the Five of Pentacles. So I do feel that you guys may be dealing with someone who is very headstrong. I feel like there's a lot of ego here, and what it boils down to is the different personalities that you guys are coming into contact with, and you really distancing yourself from those, you taking a step back and understanding which ones are more trouble than there were. The thing about it is, I feel that your history, the way that things transpired in the past, they're playing a very major role here when it comes to the way that you guys are handling the situation, when it comes to the way that you guys are moving forward. The past always lives in you as a memory of some kind, and they say that if you want to know what's going to happen in the future, if you want to know the answers to certain questions, if you are in a space right now where you're trying to figure out what the right thing is to do, take a look at the way that things went down in the past, especially if the obstacles that you're coming face to face with right now, especially if the questions that you're wrestling with have something to do with old energy or energy that is resurfacing. When you consult the past, when you look to the past and look to your life experience for the answers as a way out of what you guys are dealing with right now, try your best not to get stuck in what could have been. Try your best not to get pulled into how easy or how simple it all could have been if it had went this way. Because you can't, there are some things in a situation that you can't control, namely the way that someone is going to behave. You can't control someone's intentions. You can't, but what you can do is believe them when they show you proof of the way that they're wanting to move, when they tell you definitively that this is the way that they are, in so many words. Many of the questions that we have, it's kind of like, do you guys know those nesting dolls? Okay, so it's those dolls that are kind of shaped like an egg, and when you open it, there's another egg inside, and there's another doll inside, and when you open it, there's another one inside. So I feel like there's a heavy energy here of uncovering the truth, and you just having to overcome someone's, you having to see someone's ego for what it is. You just having to own up to the fact that there are just some energies that are uncontrollable. And that's when you really have to ask yourself, what can you do? What can you reasonably impact to create the outcome that you would like to see, to maintain your sanity, to maintain your peace of mind, to maintain all that you have built? What you guys have gone through in many ways have, I think it's been very, it's been very crucial when it comes to the development of your personality, the way that you guys show up, the way that you move, the way that you guys handle situations. And it looks like it's with tact, it's with clarity, it's with an amount of righteousness that may be threatening to those who don't move the same way that you do. Don't be afraid to really believe what you guys have already seen, really believe what you guys have. Don't be afraid to embrace your instincts or trust your gut here, Sagittarius, is what I have. This is the advice I have for you in Libra season. The past lives in you as memory, and memories themselves are not a problem. In fact, our memory is how we learn from the past and how we learn from past mistakes. But it's only when those memories consume us that they become a burden, and they make us lose sight or lose track of our sense of ourselves. Your past then gets mixed up and conflated with your personality, and it can sometimes feel like a prison at that point. But the key here is to not allow yourself to get caged. The key here is to maintain the role of the observer. Trust your instincts. Give them the room that they need, because they are showing you something. So pay attention. Pay attention. If you feel instinctively or intuitively like the path that you are setting down is one that is a dead end, or it's a story, there's a story unfolding here that you already know how it ends, then challenge yourself not to just go with it unknowingly so that you fall into a kind of trap. Because at that point, we are actively making the decision to experience that pain once again. It's in honoring the lessons that you guys have learned, painful and non-painful, that you'll be able to learn from past mistakes and prevent any mishaps from unfolding, prevent any injustices that could be done towards you, prevent any future setbacks. If there's a situation in the past where you guys have been taken advantage of in some capacity, I feel that your vision is what has evolved here. It's you know, a talent that you guys have. It's something that is already great. I feel that you are already so good at seeing. And it now becomes about not what you can see, but what you can feel, and about what you already know and what you do with that information. Let's go ahead and talk about the cards in terms of, actually, you know what would be dope? Let's pull an oracle for the general energy. I hope that that wasn't, you know, too vague. I really like to do the channeled message like that before we talk about love and career. So let's see what your ancestors, what the spirit guides are wanting you to focus on, how they want you to proceed. We get here sustenance. Guys, really make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're eating. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Make sure that you are doing everything that will make you do what's right for you here. Do what's best for you. We were talking earlier about maintaining your sanity, maintaining your peace of mind. This card can be about a healthy amount of self-preservation. And that, of course, requires you to get into survival mode in so many words. Is the Tree People card there. The owl totem is coming through here, so I would definitely look into owl symbolism. You guys may be seeing a lot of birds that may be significant. So owls are really important to you guys, and so is nature, so are trees, Gaia. Now let's talk about the cards in terms of love. You guys may be dealing with a Virgo or an Aries or a Taurus. And I feel that this is someone who you have pulled away from in the past. It doesn't necessarily have to be one of those signs in particular. It can just be someone who represents this kind of energy, someone who is, they like things to be done a certain way, someone who likes things to go their own way. They like to have the final say. And I feel that this is someone who you are distancing yourself from because you just can't really get jiggy with that energy. It's really unfair. You know, any kind of connection where your wants, your needs, your desires are not being taken into consideration, it is unhealthy. And it is something that it's something that is a source of burden for you, something that has a potential to drain you. This is something that you'd very easily lose yourself in. And that's why I feel like you guys are distancing yourself from it. Because there's a certain amount of sustenance, there's a certain amount of taking care of yourself that you guys need to do to maintain your sanity. And a connection like this is something that is not fair. You guys deserve better. If someone can't learn to love you enough, then you should leave them. What's that Tupac lyric? If he can't learn to love you, you should leave him. And I'm not trying to gas you up, but girl, keep your head up. Guy, keep your head up. And this kind of passion that you guys deserve, this kind of love that you guys deserve, this unconditional love and treatment like you are an equal, is not something that can be taught to someone, Sagittarius, and it's not your job to teach them. But what is your job is to make sure that you guys are taken care of, and that has everything to do with you guys not planting your seeds in fields where they will not grow. But being able to have that kind of foresight is what you guys are really needing to tap into your survival instinct here, and have a bit of self-preservation to take care of yourself. You guys could be dealing with a Capricorn, an Aries, a Pisces, a Virgo, or a Gemini. Now, I get the energy here intuitively that this person is going to want to communicate with you, because it never fails, you know, Sagittarius. They always come back. Your energy is popping, and people know that you guys are one of a kind. You are. And they kind of play themselves when they don't treat you that way, because when you get fed up and you decide to leave, they always come back, always wanting to tell you some sob story, always wanting to tell you what you want to hear, or what they feel will help get into your good graces once again. But set your sights on the future, and set your sights on what you guys can really have and what you guys actually do deserve. You guys are extremely abundant people. It's looking like here you have a lot to be grateful for in Libra season, and Libra does want to show you that. Libra wants you to recognize that an abundant and affluent person such as you, someone who has so much to offer, someone who has perhaps accomplished quite a bit on their own, doesn't need to cast their pearls before swine. Know your value, know your worth. Know that you guys are capable of getting not only what you want, but what you deserve. That's that Queen of Wands energy. I feel like you guys are sitting in power. You guys are sitting in strength and knowledge and knowing and capability. So this may all just be a reminder for you, and not something that I feel that you guys have to learn. So this is a message of trust. Me just telling you to trust your instinct, trust your intuition, trust that you guys already know the answers. We have 3 9s here on the table, so we are talking about karmic cycles, you know. So I do feel that this energy here is very cyclical. So it's showing up now to see if you guys have learned the lesson. It's showing up now to see if you guys are going to trust yourselves to do what is right. If you guys are going to trust yourselves to not waver. Now, based on the time that you guys are finding this reading, what do you do if you've already made a decision that you find yourself regretting? And don't beat yourself up about that. To that, I would say, even if you make another mistake, then just understand that it was a part of the plan still. And that curriculum that you have, it just required another semester. And don't talk to yourself in any kind of negative way. You know, don't ruminate and kind of beat yourself up thinking that this person got one over on you, or thinking that this person one. And the way that you're going to be able to change the narrative, the way that you're going to be able to change the way that you think about what happened, what you consider to be a mistake, is by remembering who you are. And remembering, perhaps really paying attention to why exactly you went down that path once again. Perhaps you were just being a bit adventurous and just wanted to see a bit more. Now, if you haven't made a decision like that as well, or excuse me, if you haven't made a decision like that, alternatively, just take everything that I'm saying here and apply it to prevent that. Trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust what you guys already know. Trust that you're capable of making those decisions that are going to help you avoid the traps, that are going to help you avoid the pitfall. Don't be afraid to say no. Because it's by saying no to someone else that you are in fact saying yes to yourself and saying yes to the future that you could potentially have. I felt that one coming out. I can focus specifically upon what I want. Card number 56, that breaks down to 11, which breaks down to 2. And we're talking about balance. This says here you are bombarded by thought stimulation. And so, unless you give your attention to what you specifically want, you can be influenced by that which surrounds you. Unless you are focusing on what is important to you, you can be stimulated by others' thoughts, which may or may not be important to you. So not only, I feel that you are spending a lot of time in your mind, and leading up to doing this reading today, I've had this headache that's kind of come and gone, and it started up once again when I started doing the reading. So I feel that you're really wrestling with that question right now, because the left side of my head is kind of throbbing. And what this card wants you to do here is focus on what you guys want. Don't let the influences or the words of the people that you're dealing with overpower what you guys know is right for you and know what is best for you. If we're all adults, so you're gonna make the decisions and make the choices that you want to make. But just make choices that you'll be able to live with, that you'll be happy with, is all I'm saying here. And the way that you're going to do that is by focusing on what you guys actually want. Whatever that looks like for you, we all have different situations that we're dealing with here. But focus on what you want is the main takeaway here. Don't let anyone else influence your base level desires, and not even me, just trying to guide you in the right direction and offer some clarity. You have that power. You guys are, this is kind of synchronistic. You see? It's about your focus. Look within for those answers. Trust your instinct. Emperors, empresses, kings, queens move accordingly. They make the laws, they make the rules, they govern. Govern yourselves. Trust that you know what the right thing is to do for you. Trust that. Now let's go ahead and talk about the cards in terms of career and in terms of manifestation. I feel that you guys have been taking a break in some capacity. You have been resting. You've been preserving your strength. You've been preserving your energy. But I feel like your focus very much is on finances. Your focus very much is on your abundance. I do feel like you guys are coming through as very goal oriented. You're wanting to create a new, like you want to create a new project here, some kind of new business venture that is going to be successful. And it does look like here it will be, but but you guys have to be persistent. You have to persevere. You have to continue going. You have to continue going. You have to trust that you are on the right path, and really trust and believe that what you guys are passionate about, what you guys have been working so hard on, even though you may or may not be seeing a payoff right now, don't lose sight of that vision. You are almost there. You're almost there. There's already so much that you guys have accomplished. You've taken tangible steps towards achieving this dream. But keep going. Keep going. Don't give up on that. Let's grab another one. I can turn a downward spiral upward. I love when this card comes out when we're talking about manifestation, because it really does represent shifts in career paths. It represents you just changing a mindset here. If you feel like you aren't doing well, you probably are. I mean, Sagittarius, no one shoots like you. No one takes their shots like you. When you guys line it up, you don't miss. This one says here, as you focus on the best of what you do have, even if it is only a small part of your experience, the law of attraction will now bring you more of the essence of that. And so you can replace a downward spiral with a fast-moving upward spiral by simply directing your thoughts more to things you do want. We were just talking about, about small signs of progress, small things being accomplished here. And this card is really wanting you to focus on those, and the universe will magnify it. Focus on those small victories, no matter how small. And they may not even be small, they're just small to you guys because you dream big. You know what I'm saying? So they just seem like small victories, or seem like you aren't making a lot of progress, but in reality, from the outside looking in, like you're making leaps and bounds. So continue to celebrate those small victories, and you're going to start attracting more and more of them, and it's going to have this snowball effect where you start seeing bigger and bigger payoffs. Before you know it, you're going to get to where you want to go. All right, that was your reading for Libra season. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.